What's up, guys? It's Brian from Hash for Hub. It's about 9:50 p.m. Eastern Time, January 25th, 2018. Markets are moving up. Bitcoin is moving up. Here, look at our Bitcoin video that we just released just prior. It's moving up, smashing through some resistance levels right here. It's got some other resistance levels right up over here. So let's see what happens. But actually, we're not here to talk about Bitcoin. We're here to talk about Tron and Ripple. That's what the video is about. But first, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, upvote, resteam would be greatly appreciated if you guys are on Steemit and or DTube. If you're not, get your behind on there. If you're in cryptocurrency, you got to be on those platforms. That's the first thing. Second thing, some people have, I try to read as many comments as I possibly can. It sometimes just gets to be impossible, even for a channel as small as ours. But some people have been putting me in the same category as another gentleman by the name of Heijin Lee, who I have utmost respect for. I'm not sure if everybody feels that way, but I have a lot of respect for him and a lot of respect for his work. So if people are putting me in that same category, I take that as an amazing compliment, and I thank you very much for that. And if people are mentioning that, then maybe we're doing something right here. So again, I thank you very much. I humbly thank you very much for your compliment. So let's get on with it from here. So Tron. This is Tron BTC. I like the Tron BTC chart better than the Tron US dollar chart. Tron US dollar chart just shows me a downward facing triangle. It shows me a head and shoulders possibly that it may possibly run up. But on a lot of these coins, I like to look at what Tron looks like with respect to Bitcoin. And somebody had mentioned this some time before. Also a comment, and I forgot to address it. I forget exactly what they were saying, but pretty much what they were saying was something to the effect of there's no use of looking at the Tron BTC or any cryptocurrency versus Bitcoin. And that's not true at all. You guys have to remember this is cryptocurrencies. Emphasis on currencies. So the same way the US dollar versus like the Japanese yen is completely different than the US dollar versus the euro. It's the same exact thought process here. It's the exact same thought process here. And what you can also think about is that in the same way regular currencies, by looking at one currency, let's say the US dollar versus US dollar euro versus US dollar yen, you can learn a lot about the US dollar just by looking at it versus the euro and versus the yen. And the same thing is true here with these cryptocurrencies. Not only do you see the currency with respect to the dollar, but you also see it with respect to other currencies, and that just adds in another layer of information. It's almost like another dimension of information. It's not quite another dimension because it's not on a different axes in the sense of price and time, but because it's just a calculation. But it does tell you relative strength versus one currency versus another. So I want to make sure that nobody's really confused about that, and that there is value in it. And sometimes some charts versus one currency versus charts of another currency give you information, more information. So I'm going to leave it there regarding that. So Tron loves its triangles. I think I said this in the last video. It should just change its name to Triangle Coin. So we have what we're looking at here, and we had gone through this many videos we made on this and on this and on this beginning formation here, and the last triangle was here. I think this is where we ended up last on our last video, and we were hoping that we were going to see some sort of a run up, but the market basically went sideways. on Tron, and that's, I think, a very good thing. Now there's another like triangle we could possibly draw, and it's this upper line right here, and I don't like it. So one of the things in technical analysis, just because you don't like something doesn't mean you should not draw it. I've seen patterns that don't look like they work, but in the end they actually did work. And this, like this pattern here, it could possibly be one. So if this is if these are smaller triangles of a larger triangle, where this triangle basically has a flat bottom, well, that's actually a bearish signal for Tron. I know, boo, hiss, I can hear it. So what does that mean? That means that the market could basically fall, the same distance the same distance from here to here, it can go down to here. So let's just do something really dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just call it 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it could get super, super low here. I'm not even sure how many zeros that is. I'm not even sure if it even matters at that point. But basically, I guess that's of a Bitcoin. So there's a bunch of zeros. I can't even read it. A lot of zeros. 5 zeros, 6 zeros, and then a 3. So yeah, it could possibly get down to that level if this is the true triangle for this formation. I don't believe that is the case. I don't believe that's the case, but it could very well be the case. Now, there's really not much you can discern from this sideways action right here. Maybe somebody else can. I cannot. Even if you look at it at a shorter time period, you can try to count waves here. I'm not really sure it's going to be to any great purpose, for any great purpose. So, there are other triangles you can draw with this small thing. You can draw one here. You can draw another line here. It's kind of similar to what we've got going on here, so no need to muddy up the page anymore. So then we already are with stuff that we're not really in love with. But just like I said, since we're not in love with it, doesn't mean that we shouldn't draw. We shouldn't, know that it's there and plan for it. One of the things you can look at in particular is that look at this very large spike in volume right here, and then the volume tapered off, right? So maybe there is a triangle here, right? I mean, so that's what these are the types of things you need to look at. Maybe there's a triangle like this. This is what I'm talking about. So one of the things I try to do on this channel, in short, is teach a man to fish, or a woman. Want to teach you to fish. I can give you all the answers. I can say, I think this is going to go here, and that's going to go there, and this and that, and then that's it. But I want to teach you guys. That's where I get most value out of this, and I think you will too. I want people engaged in this and questioning things and learning from it. And it's another reason why I want everybody to go to that Facebook page that we have. The link is down below, is because you can gain a lot of information from that. And actually, the Bitcoin video we made right before this, there was a gentleman, and he had posted something up there that we had not actually put on the chart. Our Bitcoin chart is very, very busy. I didn't put it on the chart, and he made note of it, and so we included it in our video, but you would see it directly there on Facebook. So here as well, possibly you can try to squeeze a triangle formation out of this, maybe not, but you could see again here there's a large spike in volume. I want to see a descend. Maybe this is another triangle. Maybe this right here was a separate triangle, right? Maybe something that looks like this. Right? So we have a triangle and a triangle and a triangle and a triangle. So on and on and on. So nested triangles all over the place. They don't really give us too much of an idea of direction. They just tell us decision coming up, decision point coming up. And I should probably move on to the next one before this thing actually makes its decision, and so I can get you guys the video. So possible, support lines if this thing were to fall off. Let's look at an hourly. Not much really, not much really going on that to speak of. Possibly right around this level right here. The 559 level on Bitcoin. That's 0.000559. That is the thing that I don't like about looking at the Bitcoin charts, is you have weird prices like that. So, but yeah, you can look at it here. You do see some resistance right here, some support, some resistance. So this is probably a point that I would look possibly for it to possibly fall off if it were to fall off. If it's going to rally up, hopefully it's going to rally up in this fashion, as we had mentioned several times before, with a 5-count Elliott wave. And then we know we really got something going on here. So we went on way too long with regards to Tron. Let's get to Ripple. Okay, Ripple. Lots going on in Ripple. Last time we left off, maybe somewhere around here or somewhere around here. I don't remember offhand, but let's get right into it. Ripple US dollar. So Ripple right now has this large triangle formation. In a similar fashion, it's not really pointing up, it's not really pointing down. It just means decision point. Now, the place that it's at right now is super important as far as I'm concerned. All right, this is like magical. This is almost, I don't want to be, take God's name in vain, but it's almost godlike. We are, I guess, God's being, so should the charts be, I guess, right? Yeah. So look at the level right now. This line that keeps on flashing red and green. That's actually where the price is right now. And just follow this across real quick for me, okay? We have all these levels that keep hitting on this price right here. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay? Even as we go basically across town here, we have, here and here. Okay, here it came back down basically to this level. So this is a super important level that we're at right now. And we need to respect that. So what does that mean? Usually when this happens, there's a large, a bullish run or a bearish run, obviously based on this triangle right here. The problem is with this market is the fact that we have our big behemoth. You know what that's called? Bitcoin. So unless Bitcoin moves, the rest of the other currencies don't move. And actually, one of the things I kind of find that's kind of interesting right now with this Bitcoin run up, we have like like I said, a Bitcoin run up right here. Okay, this has kind of been running up over the past day or so, 2 days or so, right? Coming up, and you don't actually see a lot of that in a lot of the coins. A lot of them have just been kind of going sideways. So where are we, Ripple? So that, to me, that kind of tells me that there's like almost an exhaustion level in the market, and I'm rubbing my hands together right now, almost like in an evil fashion. That's what you want to see. I want to see this. I want to see people getting really sick and tired of this, and I've been saying it over and over and over again. So I hope you're not sick hearing it, but yeah, that's, if you're new to this, the reason why I say this is because that's what makes a great new bull run. The sellers are out of the market. So you need very little volume to start going ahead and moving up. And then people start catching up, and then people start flooding the market. And then that thing really takes off like somebody, put lighter fluid on a barbecue. So we're going to leave it there for right now, on Ripple. If I were to if I were to be, kind of a betting man, and I guess I kind of am, is I'd imagine that there would be some sort of little sell-off here, and then possibly we would then run up if Bitcoin continues to run up. Maybe we would have a sell-off directly into this, kind of these levels right here. There's $1.16, $1.15 level somewhere right around then. Possibly it could be a little bit smaller, but I'm kind of comfortable with that. And then hopefully it would run up. Again, this is all caveated by the fact that Bitcoin is, Bitcoin is the one that swings its weight around. So we're going to leave it there right now. And happy trading. Let us know. And if you guys have any questions, and we'll speak to you soon. Thanks.